BBC renewed the Taboo series for a second season in 2017, but in 2022, fans are still waiting for news about fresh episodes. The exceptional performance of celebrity actor Tom Hardy has taken the hearts of the viewers. His character, Delaney, is disturbing and damaged, but Tom Hardy never fails to keep fans fascinated. So, why is there a delay? In this video, we'll be telling you all we know so far in the movie. So, why has Taboo been delayed for so long? From our research, this is the most asked question about the series. After getting fans so interested in the show and leaving us with an intense cliffhanger, it's no surprise. Well, we finally have an answer for you. Aside from the coronavirus pandemic, which made movie productions and every other thing very complicated, the creator Stephen Knight revealed that there were other internal matters. First, schedules for production and every other thing kept conflicting, especially with both Tom Hardy and Stephen Knight. Just in case you were unaware, Stephen Knight is also involved in another popular show, Peaky Blinders. Undertaking such a show that popular made it very hard for him to work on the Taboo series, but as earlier said, it was not the only cause of the delay. Tom Hardy, who is the main character of the show, was involved in a superhero movie you already know about. Yeah, it's Venom. The actor was also allegedly involved in a few other projects at the time. Aside from his various movie projects, Tom Hardy's wife, Charlotte Riley, who stars in Peaky Blinders, was also expecting a baby during that period, so he was not available for filming. However, there seems to be hope for productions again, with a possible 2023 filming schedule. Although there's no recent information from the creator, in 2019, he said that writing was ongoing. I guess he should be done by now? It shouldn't take too long to write a movie, right? It's good to know that Tom Hardy is still interested in film. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, it's time to talk about some of the most popular questions viewers have after they finished watching season 1. You do not want to miss this. Why did James Delaney cast aside Brace? The first interaction between the two characters happened in the middle of the night when Brace mistook James Delaney for a thief and attacked him with a cane. However, after he recognized his old master, he quickly embraced him and they began to talk about the past. After their meeting, Brace helped James to make ends meet, updating him on what happened during the years when James was absent from London. At a particular time, after being cornered by James at a bad time, Brace revealed that James's mother had mental issues, that she tried to drown him when he was a little child. I know that you are already aware of this story, but I'm trying to establish the reason I think Brace was cast aside by his master. So let's continue. At another time, it was revealed to viewers that Brace was responsible for the murder of Delaney, James's father. All this passed by, and Brace did his best to ensure that their escape was successful. It came as a huge surprise when James informed him he did not want him aboard the Good Hope with them. After 5 years of waiting for an answer, viewers have made some speculation about the reason for this. Firstly, it could be a sort of punishment for poisoning James's father, Horace. It is very reasonable that he never forgave him. Another likely reason is that Brace said some unpleasant things about his mother in the past weeks, but I don't think this was a good enough reason. I guess we'll all have to wait till the show resumes. Is Chomley still alive? Chomley is one of the characters that make the show interesting for viewers. The sarcastic and womanizing chemist is definitely one of the characters we all want to see in season 2. However, after the explosion incident, fans are worried if the show still has any plans for him in season 3. Since his first appearance in episode 4, viewers have been intrigued by his skill in handling chemical elements to produce explosions. If only chemistry classes were that fun. After James decided to employ him, we all know that his services would come in handy one day, and that day indeed came. After James was arrested, Chomley burned several papers before fleeing. However, a letter from James reached him about the plan to be executed. As expected, Chomley was up to the task, and he made sure to prepare enough explosives for the battle that was approaching. Unfortunately, during the battle, after managing to eliminate several soldiers at the dock with explosives, he was caught by one of the explosions. The chemist was severely injured and was rescued by James and Atticus. However, they immediately dropped him and escaped as the king's guards approached. During the battle, French Bill used his body as a shield, and luckily no bullet hit him and he was carried on board. On the deck, the chemist continues to mutter apologies to a certain Maria. Even though we all hope he survives, certainly it will not be the same. Still, it's a movie, so they can easily conjure a reason why he will be back to normal. Where are James and his friends going? At the end of season 1, it became clear that we had been deceived since the beginning. It was revealed revealed that the destination of the crew wasn't America as we all thought. Instead, they were headed to Ponta Delgada in the Azores. James is heading there hoping to find American agent Colonnade. Although the name has been mentioned a couple of times, the character has not been revealed, but it seems that he is important to the plan. James Delaney has been looking for a way to get in touch with this person for a long time, so why has he been mentioning that America is the destination? Well, I think it's because he wants to throw his enemies off the scent and mislead them. Considering the fact that James has put his life and that of his crew members on the line for this plan, it's obvious that he has even more devious schemes in mind. His ship is filled with a chemist, although injured, gangsters, actors, a clerk, and lots of gunpowder. One thing we are sure of is that he has a detailed prediction that will come into play when he arrives in the Azores. Having to wait for this mystery place has been intense. Let's just hope that the wait will soon be over. What plan does James Delaney have for his crew? The thinking of James has always been a mystery to his crew, and those of us watching. James Delaney always seems to know what is going on, and always has a plan ready for anything. Even his capture and torture by the Crown went according to his plan and was to meet a particular goal. In the finale, we got to see all his strategies come into play, and he was able to escape from jail and eliminate his enemies before escaping on a ship with his friends. Even the genius chemist was left astonished at how James was able to predict where he was going to sleep and plan for him to get a letter beforehand. At the moment, it's still very confusing how he was able to do that. He must have also predicted that Cholmondeley would reply positively because the plan depended on his skills. I guess we shouldn't think too much about it and just put it down to some of his magic powers. That's the only thing that makes sense. However, there's one thing I'm certain was not in his plan, and that is the death of his sister, Zilpha. His attempts to safeguard her life by pushing her away backfires, and she drowns herself in the Thames. It was very obvious from his facial expression that he was hurt by what happened. Of course, no one wants their sister to die, right? Although we have to wait till season 2 to know about his plans, certainly it's still going to be mind-blowing. What does James Delaney's tattoo mean? Although it might not be such a big deal, there is a mystery to the tattoos on James's back. In one episode, he scratched the symbol on a piece of wood. It was surprising when his mother drew the same symbol, one that was put on him during his capture in Africa. What does the symbol mean to her, and will it be something that will be explained in season 2? Another thing we have to wait for. The symbol has been deciphered to be based on a real-life symbol called a Sankofa. It represents reminiscing on the past to create a good future, but the show said nothing about it. James also didn't figure out why his mother was aware of the symbol his captors marked him with, something from the other side of the world. It doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but that connection might be explored in further seasons to come. Well guys, these are all the popular questions that viewers like yourself have been asking about Taboo. If you have any questions about the show, be sure to leave us a comment and we'll definitely get back to you.